The SNES and NES Classic systems have taken the world by storm over the past few years or so. When the NES Classic first came out, it was an instant success, and Nintendo definitely failed to meet demand, only to discontinue it months later. Fortunately, it's coming back. To make way for the Super Nintendo Classic, they had to do that, use the same motherboard, and now it seems both will be in production at the same time during the back half of this year, hopefully with better stock in stores for both of those systems. So the most logical step now in the classic systems is what else but the Nintendo 64. Sure, Nintendo could throw us a curveball, do something along the lines of a Game Boy Mini system, maybe not even a handheld, but something you plug into your TV. But recent developments appear to be pointing to a Nintendo 64 revival in the form of a compilation system. According to a trademark pointed out by Japanese Nintendo that was discovered today, Nintendo has filed for an N64 trademark that includes purposes of video game program, controller for game machine, joystick for video game machine, and TV game machine. This is similar to the trademark filed for the Super Nintendo Classic back when that was discovered. You may also remember last year a trademark was discovered in that same time span that included the picture of a Nintendo 64 controller that looks like the same design as the Super Nintendo and Nintendo controllers on the boxes for the current classic systems. While no official announcement has been made, it does appear that this could be leading to inevitable reveal of the beloved 64-bit system leading into the holidays. If you remember, the announcement for the Super Nintendo Mini came in late June, so the N64 Mini could follow suit next month if Nintendo wants it to be out this holiday. Now, the real question is, what games could be included in this compilation system? I'm sure many of you are already thinking about your favorite games you want included. However, licensing could definitely get in the way of those games. The big one a lot of people talk about is GoldenEye, as Nintendo and Microsoft, they could not seem to come in agreement at all back in 2008 for GoldenEye HD. That was a game that released on the 360, and it was pretty much ready. In fact, despite it seemingly being shown off in a YouTube video, it just never showed up. Oh yeah, there was footage leaking online. You can go check it out. It looked awesome. 60 frames per second, 1080p. It's kind of like that perfect dark. Like it was both. Could have been on that 360 system, but they couldn't come to an agreement. Now this seemed to also continue on with Rare Replay not having GoldenEye present. Although according to Rare representatives, they wanted games that were purely Rare titles. I have a feeling Rare Replay though would have sold better, or just been better in general. How could it have been worse if GoldenEye was there, if there was an included version of it? Who knows which one? It could have been the older one. It could have been the newer one that never came out. So who knows if there is more to the story than what they are letting on. There's no question that a Nintendo 64 Classic console, if done right, would be a big release in the gaming world. N64 emulation is still just okay, and many are still fighting with getting the best picture out of their actual systems. Over 20 years later, attaching HDMI outboards soldered into the system, Nintendo could really set the bar with a solid entry into modern times with a fully functional HDMI-enabled system with solid emulation that Nintendo should have mastered at this point, I assume. I mean, they were doing it on the Wii back in the day. Also, how awesome would it be to walk into a store and buy brand new officially licensed N64 controllers? That could be a reality, and I would love it. One other thing to note is you probably won't be seeing the same board in the system from SNES and NES, as Nintendo more than likely would be looking to take advantage of 4 controller points and definitely more capable hardware to push a good experience. They would also need to up the flash storage to accommodate larger file sizes for the N64 ROMs. Either way, the possibility of a Nintendo 64 Classic system is very exciting, and it looks like that might be happening soon. We'll be keeping an eye out for any announcements, so make sure you subscribe with notifications on to keep up to date with breaking news as it happens. Also, like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, and let me know which games you would like to see on a Nintendo 64 Classic. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.